If you're searching for the remover of RNG, then look no further than the Tortoise and stay tuned for the madness that's about to come in this video. How's it going, guys? It's Epsilon here, and in today's video we are watching a character, and not just any character, a limited edition character in World of Tanks in the form of Mario on the enemy team. So this replay is really going to show what the Tortoise can do and why you can remove the RNG, or at least limit RNG within your own games using a tank like this and a vehicle that is just as powerful as the Tortoise is. And we're seeing a full premium setup, unfortunately, in the Tortoise. Now, I'm not saying that you guys have to actually use full premium in the Tortoise, because, you know, once again, as this being one of the better games within World of Tanks, typically most people via premium, unfortunately. But I guess I divulge from what this video is all about. It is about how powerful the Tortoise can be and how quickly this can turn the game around from being, you know, one of those games that you think it's not really going all too well, to a game where you think, oh, the enemy team have just all died within 5 minutes and it's all down to one vehicle, and that is what we're seeing in today's video. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy, and it's always a pleasure to watch games where just the tank does exactly what it says on the tin, and the Tortoise is certainly one of those. The primary feature of the Tortoise, as I'm sure you guys already know, is that you have the alpha damage of 400, but you have the damage per minute that excels this tank against pretty much every tier 9 tank destroyer in the game. It even excels against some of the top tier vehicles in the game. So that's really where it comes into effect, where you can reload really quickly with this tank, and you can deal damage to opponents, lock them down, you can retrack opponents, you can deal assistance due to spotting. You know, you have max view range in this tank at the moment, albeit, you know, you're not going to be a spotting light tank by any means, but you can at least spot opponents that you might come up against, and you should probably hope not to bounce off of a Char Future. Now, unfortunately he does, but it doesn't matter because the next round lands just seconds after. This is what this tank is all about. You're seeing here just pinpoint accuracy. You're also seeing a little fire to kick off the game, to light up the first few minutes of the game. I'm sorry for the pun, it had to be done. But we're seeing now the enemy team kind of pushing. They seem to have won the western side of the map, and they're all trying to flurry into this side of the map to find opponents. And, you know, when the team, or at least the Tortoise's team, are basically throwing them all away and just ending up just being removed pretty quickly, then this is a really nice opportunity to kind of win or claim a prize from the enemy team for their kind of aggressiveness. And that's where the Tortoise plays really well, where opponents are kind of coming towards you, much like if you've played the T95. This tank does really well when opponents are having to force their way towards you. I'm not saying that the T95 and the Tortoise are in any way kind of really exactly the same or anything like that, but at least in terms of their ability to hold something down. You know, the Tortoise is not fast. I mean, the name in itself implies that. But when you can get into this position, this sort of area where a lot of tanks are just kind of blindly YOLOing into fields, you can kind of make up the differential on how much damage your team has done to the opponents as to how much damage the enemy team might have done. And with really nice accuracy, going for not only the damage, but also the assistance damage due to tracking people, the Tortoise can change the game entirely. And that's because you can keep people tracked, you can keep them hold down, or not hold down, but at least held down, and you can just be a nuisance to them. Now, you're seeing a good play here, the T95 on the enemy team, of course, trying to get some shells in. He doesn't quite realise that Tortoise has shells on him. Unfortunately doesn't manage to pen, but you can only do what you can do within this. But hopefully we'll see the enemy team start to calm down now, or at least you hope that the enemy team start to calm down as they kind of come around and realise that, you know, YOLOing into tanks that are just held down or kept in a corner and just waiting for you to come around is probably not the best idea. Now, a brilliant shot there into the 75 manages to hit the kind of inner drive wheel, for example. That would be here on the Tortoise, and kind of shuts him down a little bit. Hits the roof of the T124, which is nice, but now it's not looking too good. The T124 goes for his teammate here, unfortunately, in the 283, but now it's time to really push the advantage against the E4 or the E75. He needs to get into cover, or at least push up so the E4 can't just keep poking around and having brilliant trades. And you're seeing here now the E4 overexposing himself, managing to bounce as well off of the Tortoise, and now the E75 is not looking all too good. But don't worry, there's only 7 tanks on the enemy team left alive, and unfortunately the E75 reduces that to just well, no, there was 8 tanks, was there? Oh my word. Really does not look good for the Tortoise. The 283 somehow misses. Don't quite know what's going on in his brain. He shuts down the TNH on the enemy team. Lovely work. The Shah Emily now, thinking that he's absolutely funny, decides he's going to try and come around. And it's not looking like he's the best of players since he's exposing himself. And there we go, he's out of the game too. There is an FE4005 who decides that shooting the back of the Tortoise wasn't fun enough, and he goes for his own teammate in the E75. Now with 2 tanks, one of them can pretty much splash you to death, which is the FE4005. He decides he's going to go for the big boy, which is the FE, and try and remove him from the game before he gets removed himself. Oh, he hits the roof of the FE, and the 283, who is genuinely, I don't even know what he's doing at this point, is deciding he's going to now run away. I mean, hello, what day of the week is it? I don't even know. He's doing some special things, but either way, deciding that he doesn't want to pen the Tortoise. He didn't want to get round the side of him. He'd rather throw away his hit points, let his teammates die, and then get himself back to the garage. Maybe he was on his way to pick up the pizza from next door or something. I don't know, but whatever happened in that like 30 seconds of gameplay, I have no idea. Both taking out the E75, the E4, the FE4005, the Object 283, the Shah MLE, and just now 2 tanks left alive. Oh, balls, it's the T95. Now, the T95 would pen. Oh, he bounced. That's unfortunate. Oh no, he bounces off the T95. Now he can't quite get the elevation that you'd be hoping, but he does manage to hit him quite nicely there. He's trying to avoid being hit in the cupola, and you can see him just trying to avoid that now. Manages to actually do that, and now the T95 is in a bit of a sticky situation. He doesn't have the damage per minute to be able to deal consistent damage, and he's hoping that he can out-reload this final shell from the Tortoise. Can he do it? The answer is no. The Tortoise removes the T95. I have no idea how this has even happened. He's managed to pull out 7 tanks on his own against the enemy team, and he's done 10,340 damage in return. So it is outstanding. I actually have no idea, but somehow he's been blocking the RNG on his end and giving the RNG to the opponents, making a miss, and just yeah, I don't even know at this point, but 10,300 damage done. There is but one critical RNG element in the game left though, and that is the GUI 100, and obviously having been on 411 hit points now for about a minute, you're probably thinking he's never going to be able to hit him blind or anything like that, is he? So now it's just a case of trying to find out where the GUI 100 is, and I guess you guys probably don't want to see him slowly amble his way to the cap and towards the GUI, so we'll skip ahead a little bit and I'll catch you in a second. Now the Tortoise does indeed actually push forward, and you're seeing here him moving towards where he got spotted earlier. Now blind, he did get spotted by the GUI 100, but unfortunately for the GUI, he's now spotted and he's going to take 2 hits. Tries to throw himself in the drink by the looks of it, but it isn't going to happen, and he manages to pick up his 8th kill in the 1 versus 8 scenario that somehow happened on this map. I don't even know. I mean, the RNG shield was just on today with everyone missing, everyone bouncing, people just driving away from him knowing full well that they're going to get shot in the back. I mean, yeah, I'm not taking any credit away, but the RNG was definitely on his side and the result was astounding. And hopefully you did enjoy this little commentary of this game, and hopefully you'll stick around to see some more videos on the channel by subscribing. And also, if you did like this video, please do, because it will help spread to more people and that will be really appreciated by myself. But if you want to watch some more videos on the channel, then of course check out these that will be on screen right now. But other than that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and enjoy the 11 kill damage game. Make sure to look back on some of the clips just to make sure that you really did see what you just saw. Thank you and goodbye.